Former President Trump responds to the January 6th committee's vote to subpoena him following the attack at the U.S. Capitol. A look at a 14-page letter calling the panel a charade. And the trial of Darrell Brooks begins with a rocky start today. We'll take you to the courtroom. This is News 3 Now at noon. Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. The trial of Darrell Brooks resumed this morning with immediate interruptions by the defendant. Moments after the jury was brought into the courtroom, they had to be taken out. Brooks raised concerns about paperwork that the judge said needed to be taken up with the clerk of courts. The judge then called a brief break for Brooks to cool down. After the break, several police officers who were at the Waukesha Christmas parade that day took the stand. Franklin Assistant Police Chief Craig Learman told the jury that he saw Brooks veer his vehicle directly into a group that was walking in the parade. You can watch a live stream of the proceedings on channel3000.com and on our Facebook and YouTube pages. A Dane County deputy is on administrative assignment after a deadly officer-involved shooting in Windsor. The shooting happened after the deputy made contact with a vehicle at the Super 8 Hotel on Lake Circle last night. Sheriff Calvin Barrett said the deputy was involved in a critical incident that led them to discharge their firearm, hitting a person. The person was taken to the hospital where they later died. It's unclear what led the deputy to pull the trigger. An investigation is ongoing. Let's head to the Weather Center now. Meteorologist Greg Barnhart has a look at your certified most accurate forecast. At least the sun's out for now.
A little bit. But you look on radar, we do have a system that's approaching from the northwest. A lot of this is actually just falling apart because it's too dry at the surface, but we will see cloud cover and showers increasing as this associated with this front kind of digs to the southeast here this afternoon and evening. Right now, you're not picking up much on radar. Futurecast kind of shows that we'll start expanding those showers here this afternoon and through the evening. Not a lot to be expected, but temperatures up to the north, they've had snow. They're hovering in the 30s while we're still sitting about the mid-40s. With a little sun, we've approached 50 in a few spots. That's what we're going to be expecting temperatures today, upper 40s near 50. We'll see a few showers on and off this afternoon. Yes, some grupple could mix in, but I think that's a better shot further north. We'll get down into the low 40s by the time we go about 6 p.m. And there's even more stuff coming later on. We'll see another wave that's going to come rotating around through Sunday, which is going to provide us even colder temps, which we'll struggle to get maybe to the 40 by Monday.
Losing ground here.
Yes, we are.
All right, Greg, we'll check back in a little bit. Thanks. Senator Ron Johnson and Democratic challenger Mandela Barnes faced off in their second and final debate before November's election. This one was held in Milwaukee, and it got a little more personal, with each candidate attacking the other as being a liar, radical, and out of touch with the average Wisconsin voter. At the end of the debate, moderators asked the two to say something admirable about the other.
No, seriously. I do think, the senator is proven to be a family man, and I think that's admirable. That's absolutely to be respected. He speaks about his family. He's done a lot to provide for them. I absolutely respect that.
Mr. Johnson.
Likewise, I appreciate the fact that Lieutenant Governor Barnes had loving parents, a school teacher, father that worked third shift, so he had, good upbringing. I guess what puzzles me about that is, with that upbringing, why is he turned against America? I mean, why does he find the founding of America awful?
Somehow,
we did not.
The debate comes after a Marquette University Law School poll showed Johnson with an apparent lead, marking a steady increase for the incumbent since Barnes won the Democratic primary in August. A reminder, Governor Tony Evers and Tim Michels will face off tonight. It'll be their first and only televised debate before next month's election. The debate will be held right here in the News 3 Now studio. You can watch it here on Channel 3 or our live stream at channel3000.com starting at 7 o'clock this evening. North Carolina police say 5 people, including an off-duty officer, were killed in a shooting yesterday. After an hours-long search, the 15-year-old gunman was finally taken into custody. The shooting happened along a walking trail in a residential area. At least 2 others were injured. One victim remains in the hospital in critical condition. A police canine officer was also shot but did not have life-threatening injuries. The House Select Committee investigating the January 6th U.S. Capitol riots now wants to hear from former President Trump. Skylar Henry has the details.
How do you feel, Mr. Trump? Former President Donald Trump has responded to the January 6th committee's vote to issue a subpoena for his testimony and documents. In a 14-page letter sent to committee chairman Benny Thompson, the former president wrote about the anger and disappointment at the panel's actions, calling it a charade and witch hunt. Trump also slammed the committee for not looking into his false claims of election fraud and then appeared to side with January 6th attackers, saying the committee has targeted only those who were, as concerned American citizens, protesting the fraud itself.
The central cause of January 6th was one man, Donald Trump, whom many others followed.
The committee says Trump's election fraud lies fueled the attack on the Capitol.
We have left no doubt, none, that Donald Trump led an effort to upend American democracy that directly resulted in the violence of January 6th.
The committee reported that President Trump tried to come to the Capitol even as the attack was ongoing, but Secret Service agents stopped that from happening. New video shows House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's response that day when she hears the president may be coming.
I would come, I want to punch him out. This is my mom. I would pay to see that. I'm waiting for this, for trespassing on the Capitol grounds. I want to punch him out, and I'm going to go to jail, and I'm going to be happy.
Other video, shot by Pelosi's daughter, shows leaders of both parties pleading with the Department of Defense to send in soldiers.
Cannot be just we're waiting for so-and-so. We need them there now, whoever you got. Okay?
Time to get testimony from Trump is running out. The committee has until the end of the year to wrap up its work. Skyler Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
And the House Select Committee is working on a final written report, which will be released when it's wrapped up its investigation. A new study finds more and more young people are getting cancer. Researchers at Harvard looked at cancer registry records from 44 countries and found that early onset cancers are rising rapidly for colorectal and 13 other types of cancers, many of which affect the digestive system. They say this spike is because of a number of risk factors like obesity, inactivity, diabetes, environmental pollution, lack of sleep, and diets high in red meat or added sugars. Millions of Americans will soon have access to over-the-counter hearing aids. The FDA issued its ruling in August, allowing people who feel they have mild to moderate hearing loss to buy the devices without a prescription directly from stores or online. Hearing loss is the third most common chronic health condition in older adults. It's estimated hearing aids could benefit about 30 million Americans. Doctors say over-the-counter aids are an appropriate first step for some patients.
People who are starting to notice that they're having a little bit of difficulty. It's not for someone who has a more significant hearing loss, who has trouble in multiple situations, who has hearing loss only in one ear, or a sudden loss, or ringing only in one ear. Those are all reasons that you absolutely need to see an audiologist.
The American Academy of Audiology recommends seeing an audiologist first to test your hearing and to determine whether you're a good candidate for hearing aids. Happening tonight, the Madison Night Market returns. The market's a celebration of the city's unique and inspiring creative culture. The event includes food and art vendors, pop-up restaurant experiences, and live music at Lisa Link Peace Park throughout the evening. It's a great opportunity to support local businesses in the downtown area. And there's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. A big change is coming to Netflix. We'll find out what next in the Money Watch Report.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon.
Reducing prison populations is now sexy. Reducing prison populations is now sexy.
Sexy? Mandela Barnes's administration has released over 800 criminals, including 44 child rapists. That's not sexy. It's terrifying. And as a mother, I don't want Mandela Barnes anywhere near the Senate. From defunding our police to releasing predators, Mandela Barnes is a threat to Wisconsin families.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Nothing beats a great night's sleep on a new mattress from Steinhafels. Right now, save up to $800 on Beauty-Rest adjustable base sets. Queen mattresses start at just $449. Upgrade to the luxury and comfort of a Beauty-Rest Black and get $200 in Steinhafels cash. Plus, get a $100 Mastercard rewards card when you make a $29.99 mattress purchase with our Steinhafels 60-month 0% financing. Isn't it time you got a great night's sleep? Relax, it's Steinhafels.
Wisconsin is a home of workers. We know what needs to get done, and we do it. Yet, we've been hit hard, some harder than others. Our contact may be limited, but we still can lift each other up. The Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy providers are working together to help keep your heat and power on. You may not ask for it, but we want you to know we're here.
Habitat families build their own homes alongside volunteers, pay an affordable mortgage, and are grateful for your help. With safe and permanent housing, Dane County families can invest more in their health, education, community, and beyond. Please donate or volunteer today.
Sometimes life can get pretty busy in an active household. So that's why Menards makes things just a little bit easier for you. Start a door design and choose a style that's right for you and everything else you look for in a quality door. Mastercraft offers fast, free delivery on personalized doors to any Menards store. Use our door designer on Menards.com to get your door your way. Mastercraft doors, 11% off at Menards.
In the Senate, Ron Johnson pushed tax loopholes benefiting himself and his donors.
Did my business benefit? Sure. Did some of my donor businesses? Sure.
But here's what Johnson's doing to us. He voted to raise the retirement age and allow cuts to Social Security. Even supports letting Wisconsin ban nearly all abortions and said, if you don't like it, you can move. Ron Johnson works for himself, never us. SMP is responsible for the content of this ad.
Social Security is getting its biggest boost in more than 4 decades. Thursday, the Social Security Administration announced a cost of living increase of 8.7% for next year. It follows an increase of just over 5% in 2022. That's going to put more money in the pockets of 66 million beneficiaries, many of them seniors. They'll likely need that boost to help deal with stubbornly high inflation. New U.S. Labor Department data shows prices were up 8.2% in September compared to a year ago, driven by food, housing, and health care costs. That number is slightly down from the 8.3% rise in August. The report also showed core inflation, which excludes food and energy costs, has gone up over 6% in the past 12 months. That's a 40-year high. But Netflix viewers could see prices come down starting next month. The video streaming service announced it's launching a new basic plan that includes ads at 15 to 30 seconds in length. The new plan will cost $6.99 per month in the U.S., with similar plans also launching in 12 other countries. Netflix is hoping to regain subscribers after losing more than 1 million the first half of this year. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to CBSMoneyWatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Dan Lieberman.
Looking at Wall Street at the noon hour, the Dow Industrials down 292 points. The NASDAQ down 245 points, and the S&P 500 is off 57. We have your egg prices and the weekend forecast next at noon, and then later on Live at 4, Sports Director Zach Hanley joins us to talk about the Badgers and the Packers' upcoming games. That's at 4. We'll be right back.
When cleaning your air ducts, it's important to clean the entire system. And air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer removes pounds of trapped dirt, dust, and allergens from your home completely. Call today for a free inspection.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Over 800 convicted criminals released. 270 murderers and attempted murderers released. 44 child rapists released. Tony Evers' parole commission has released hundreds of violent criminals early, including some of the worst killers in Wisconsin history. Evers' liberal policies are making our communities less safe. Tony Evers put criminals first and our family's safety last.
If you're on Medicare and Medicaid, it pays to pick a plan with the benefits you want. With the iCare Medicare plan, members receive a spending account card that gives them $150 total per month to spend on food, OTC items, utilities, or even rent. Members also have a $0 copay for all covered Part D drugs and dental and vision coverage. Call to speak with a licensed sales agent who will help you find out if you're eligible. Rest easy. iCare is looking out for you and your health.
A 12-year-old girl can't legally drive a car. At 12, she can't even vote. But if this little girl were tragically raped or a victim of incest and became pregnant, Radical Tim Michaels would force her to deliver the baby. He said it's, quote, not unreasonable for the state government to mandate rape victims to give birth. Would it be unreasonable if he were forcing this on you? Let him know on Election Day.
Stanley Steamer started with one man, a van, and a whole lot of carpet. We've been innovating for a long time. Stanley Steamer now goes beyond carpet. Schedule a cleaning today.
Cute couple alert. Nick and Vanessa Lachey bring the laughs. Did you just Tom Cruise on the Jay Hudson show? You got to jump on the table next. And this kid has questions.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. The Wisconsin Broadcasters Association Foundation presents the 2022 Wisconsin gubernatorial debate. Incumbent Democratic Governor Tony Evers debates Republican challenger Tim Michels Friday at 7 p.m. on WISC-TV. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
And Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report is wrapping up her week of vacation. She'll be back next week, so here are your farm numbers. Comic book covers and inside the pages of graphic novels, Latino comic fans are seeing more superheroes that look like them. Christian Benavides looks at what some illustrators are doing to help close the representation gap in the comic book industry.
At this Long Island, New York art exhibit, all eyes are on La Borinqueña, a character hoping to turn the page on what a traditional superhero looks like.
When you're a little kid and you only see superheroes that don't look like you, it's hard to imagine yourself as a superhero.
Which is why Edgardo Miranda Rodriguez created La Borinqueña, an Afro-Puerto Rican superhero.
Many fans come to me and say, oh, she looks like me. She looks like my sister. She looks like my cousin. She looks like my mom. And that's so impactful because the underrepresentation of superheroes of color is real.
After Hurricane Maria, La Borinqueña teamed up with Wonder Woman to visit devastated parts of Puerto Rico. When Hurricane Fiona hit, Miranda Rodriguez got messages like this.
Wow, I really wish La Borinqueña was real. But I chime in and say, she is, because people are there helping one another.
Comic fans still see some missteps in the industry when special Hispanic Heritage Month covers depicting heroes with street food set off an internet backlash. Green Lantern illustrator Jorge Molina worked through the controversy with DC Comics.
I think in the end, I'm very grateful that we got, this version out there.
It's his original version, evoking a famous mural honoring Mexican women, and Molina appreciates being part of the industry's revolution.
I can only see it as positive when we see so many different franchises trying to add more Latino into their roster of superheroes.
La Borinqueña represents hope on so many levels. She is capable as a fictional character to give all readers an alternative representation of what a hero should look like.
Both Molina and Miranda Rodriguez say Latino superheroes have the superpower to change the way young readers view themselves. Christian Benavides, CBS News, Miami.
And Miranda, I guess we'll take a look now at your forecast for the weekend. It's going to cool down even more.
Yeah, it's going to be kind of a repeat, but we are looking okay tomorrow. I'll get in a few details here later, but this whole huge low-pressure system is just rotating around all the way up to Hudson Bay and then bringing these waves, basically diving south in the Midwest or grabbing stuff further west and diving it to the state, too. This pattern is really not going to change through at least Tuesday right now. So we do have the first wave coming through today. We have some showers that will push through this afternoon, evening hours. More likely, we'll see snow showers further north. We'll probably just stay rain, but could see some grupple mixed in. We'll clear out tonight. We'll have a little bit of change in wind direction because we have another system coming down from the south. That'll actually come through Saturday night. So tomorrow won't be so bad. We'll up a few degrees. We'll have the front come through Sunday night, and then we'll have the winds turn back around to the northwest Sunday. We'll have more showers come in, and then another reinforcing shot comes Monday, which is straight from the north, so our winds will turn more northerly when we come Monday, so even colder temperatures probably by Monday, and then we'll start seeing a little bit of change. But as you track out today, right now, upper 40s, 50s, we'll see cloud cover increase, a few showers here and there, otherwise rain here. Further north, we'll probably see better chance of seeing a mix of snow with some of these showers. Then after the noon, we'll see things start to taper down as we get towards the evening. And, of course, high school football, it'll probably be a pretty chilly night, probably the coldest one we've had this year. Then we'll see temperatures overnight fall back into the low to mid-30s with less cloud cover. And then tomorrow, the 2 days, probably tomorrow will be the best day because we will see winds start to turn out from the south or southwest ahead of this system that's coming down. So we'll get maybe into the mid-50s for some areas. You know, lower 50s. You can see we're hitting 56, 57 by tomorrow afternoon. So it won't be overall that bad. We'll have the winds turn around and start increasing from the south as that system approaches by later in the evening. And then overnight, Saturday night into Sunday mornings, when it does come through, our winds turn back around. So then Sunday, we'll start going back down with temperatures with a few showers, more cloud cover coming in tomorrow. If you see the pattern, one shot really coming down probably Monday, and then we'll start to moderate. The ridge and the heat out west will start to try to build eastward, but it's going to take its time. We have a few of these waves that will keep digging south and trying to bring colder air with it. But then by the end of the week, we're starting to see that nudge further north and east away from the area. So we should moderate our temperatures back to more average, which is about the upper 50s this time of year. So you see the 10-day, once we get through, we're going to see temperatures get up to about 53 Saturday and then fall off 41, which is about mid-November type average. Showers, windy Monday, and then better for the rest of the week, but still, we're not going to get close to average probably by Friday at the earliest.
Keep the jacket handy.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Thanks, Greg. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen on this Friday.
Change up your dinner time routine with a dish that's easy, budget-friendly, and downright tasty.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
When a clean, shiny truck pulls up in front of your house, everyone starts clapping because everyone is happy. Yeah! And that's why they all start dancing. We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
My school does active shooter drills every few months. It's terrifying to think about. Tim Michaels wants to allow teenagers my age to buy AR-15s with no waiting period.
It's a terrible idea.
It's a really bad idea.
And Michaels wants to allow people to bring loaded guns on our school grounds. And that's just not okay.
I don't want guns in my school.
We shouldn't be making things worse.
Tim Michaels is just way too radical.
He's way too divisive.
Tim Michaels is wrong for Wisconsin.
Hey, we're here at the local farmers market where Informed Choice Insurance Agency is offering fresh local Medicare. Hey, Joe, are you behind this whole check your zip code deal on national TV for extra Medicare benefits?
I don't know. Check your zip code.
Why would I check my zip code?
Because you're in it.
So we get a lot of calls about that guy. It's sad because your local Medicare plans already have those bells and whistles Joe promises.
Don't be fooled by national TV hype. When it comes to your Medicare options, keep it local with Informed Choice Insurance Agency, and their services are free.
Everything seems to be getting more and more expensive these days. And it's the same for your heating bills. Since it will cost more to heat your home this winter, USA Insulation wants to give you control over your utility bills. Our premium injection foam keeps the cold outside and your warm, comfortable air inside, right where it belongs. Call now before winter and get a $500 early bird discount.
USA Insulation.
The culture wars never lowered the cost of anything, and overturning Roe v. Wade won't take a single criminal off the street. But Tim Michels has a culture war agenda. He'd ban abortion with no exceptions for rape or incest, and jail doctors who perform them. And he said gay people shouldn't leave their house. That's his agenda. Tony Evers has a real plan to fire up the economy, create good-paying jobs, and get things done. That's the right plan for Wisconsin.
When our clean, shiny truck pulls up in front of your house, everyone starts clapping because everyone is happy. Yeah. And that's why they all start dancing. We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
You would think that with all the new recipes we come up with, I would have something different for dinner every night. But to tell you the truth, that's not the case. I often end up falling back on a few favorites. One of those is eggplant rollatini. And with eggplant being so reasonable right now, there's no better time to make it. We start by peeling a couple of eggplants and slicing them lengthwise, so they're about 1/8 of an inch thick. After dipping them in some beaten egg and then into Italian-style breadcrumbs, we pan fry them. Once they're all fried, we top them with a mixture we made by combining some ricotta, mozzarella, and Parmesan cheese along with a few spices. A little fresh basil goes on top before rolling them up jelly roll style. Then we place them in a baking dish that we lined with spaghetti sauce. Once they're all rolled, we'll top them with more sauce and a good amount of shredded mozzarella before baking them off. When these come out of the oven, it's time to dig in. And since this makes a bunch, you can freeze some and reheat them whenever you need a quick dinner. The recipe for our Little Italy eggplant rollatini is online now. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found an Italian lover's way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Prairie visitors can enjoy a variety of fall-themed activities and entertainment in downtown Sun Prairie. It runs from 11 to 5 with happenings at both Cannery Square and the Sun Prairie Historical Museum. It's time now to introduce you to our pet of the week. Dane County Humane Society would like you to meet Strawberry. He's a 3-year-old gerbil who still has a lot of pep in his step. Strawberry may be, that's not Strawberry. Strawberry may be little, but he has a big personality. Use your imagination. It can be feisty at times. Gerbils are extremely clean animals who continually groom themselves. They're very active and need a habitat large enough to run, climb, and explore. A habitat with multiple levels or tubes is preferable. You can see Strawberry online. You still have time to bid on items in the Bark and Wine online auction. The auction has a number of fun items, including tickets to sporting events, golf outings, vacation homestays, artwork, wine, and much more. The auction closes at 8:30 tomorrow night. Funds will help support companion and wild animals in need. Winners can pick up their items during the shelter's operating hours. To make a bid, go to giveshelter.org/BW. And last week's pet, Pumpkin Spice, the dog, still available for adoption. Look at that face. If you're interested in adopting Strawberry or checking out the other animals at the Dane County Humane Society, go to giveshelter.org. We just have random pictures here now. Go to giveshelter.org. Check out all the critters. Check out Strawberry. Greg has a final look at your weekend forecast.
Yeah, right now we're going to see some showers. You're not seeing much on radar, but for this afternoon, we're going to see more that are going to come through the picture here in the afternoon. And then later on tonight, we'll see more of that, less of the showers activity, and then cool off. So otherwise, we're going to see temperatures then as you go to football tonight, getting down to the upper 30s, so it'll be quite chilly going on. And just remember, it's not going to change much, but Saturday looks to be the best chance to see some nice sun and overall okay conditions, and then gets colder. And we do have a traffic issue if you're on the interstate southbound near County V to Wisconsin 19. They have closed it, and there's a detour going on up there.
Okay, stay away from that area. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.